All right. Hello. Today, we're going to talk about some global lab changes. I'm realistically only here for the class changes. I kind of just want to go over the class changes since that'll most likely pertain to console. A lot of this other stuff doesn't really pertain much to console. I'm sure some of it does, but it's not something I'm personally interested in. I will put the link in the description, and also I will put the link in like a pinned comment somewhere, so that way for those of you that do want to read the patch notes and just kind of read all this stuff, by all means go for it, but I will not be going through everything. I just want to go through the class changes and see what's what's cooking up here and see what's happening from the PVE side of things. I've heard some good things, so I'm kind of interested to see Berserker specifically. So the first round of adjustments for each class has been completed. Although each class has various skills, there is not such difference between the skills mainly used in hunting. However, because there is a large difference in damage between auxiliary skills, no idea what the fuck that means, such as buffs and debuffs, skills, some classes naturally take large amounts of damage while receiving the necessary buffs, while some classes have to give up damage to receive buffs in order to reduce his gap. The damage amount has increased, including for non-main technologies. Yo, that is, what the fuck? What does that mean? In the first adjustment, we said that we would focus on fixing damage and life absorption, which is like HP regen pretty much. That seems to be the go-to right now. We saw this with Sage getting a lot of HP just regen on their shit, which is pretty good for their survivability, not only for PvE, but also for PvP, because that does actually indirectly affect their, player versus player stuff and their play style. This was to initially relieve adventurers' inconveniences in hunting grounds, as it takes time to fix all classes. We are considering many factors that adventurers are concerned about, such as the impact on PvP, as I mentioned earlier, defense judgment, and skill specialization. So please understand that this is a preliminary preparation for hunting than before. Once the balance adjustments is applied, okay, yada yada yada. I don't give a fuck anymore. This shit is too hard to read. All right, bro. The fucking Zark brain. We don't read around here. Correction, we don't read very well around here. All right, Berserker main skills in succession. When learning Claw Scar, the life recovery effect on Fear Strike has been changed from 30 to 50. Okay, pretty good. Prime Raging Thunder. While using Prime Raging Thunder, the skill has been changed so that you must press the left mouse button again to end the skill. Thought you could do that. I thought that was already a thing. Tackling Rock, Absolute Prime Tackling Rock. The issue where the front guard effect was not applied when hitting an opponent with the Tackling Rock has been corrected. Okay, that's cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. To be fair, I don't play Suck, so I guess it makes sense. Prime Fear Strike, skill cooldown has been reduced from 4.5 at all levels, so 3.5 seconds. Okay, that's good. That's not bad. Ancient Wave, this was a big one. Honestly, 20 to 15, that's nice. Honestly, I'd like it to be down to 10, if I'm being honest, because one, it's the like one and only ranged ability Succession even really has, and hell, I'd like it to be even lower in Awakening too, specifically. If you're not going to lower it in Suck, you should definitely lower it in Awakening to 10 seconds, because it's one of the better moves in the kit that does a lot of good damage, and also is one of our T3 add-ons. 10 seconds would not be super broken, considering that there's a ton of other abilities that do a shit ton more damage and also have better protections, because Ancient Wave has one of the like shittiest protections in the game. One, like the FG on it is so abysmal. Like the Seismic FG and Scattershot FG are so much more reliable, and Ancient Wave, the moment you let it rip, that shit is dust. Like the forward guard does not linger whatsoever. Like the moment you let it rip, it is donezo. You are dying on that shit if they are not on the floor. So I'd really like to see this down to 10 seconds, and I think that would be pretty good, but 15's fine for now. Prime Devastation skill has been reduced from 12 to 10 seconds. This should be more closer to 7 if I'm being honest. Devastation is such a nice ability for PvE damage, and it also helps with just like debuffing in PvP. If you're going to lower the timer on it, like for me specifically, I would very much like it be down to 7 seconds and it do a little bit more damage. However, because it's such a powerful slow, they would need to probably tone back the slow by a decent chunk if they're going to lower it any lower. But this is probably a decent in between. Okay, so the damage here, so wait, what the fuck is going on here? PvP damage reduction rate. Okay, so it looks like they buffed to FD, which is nice. They tuned up the PvP damage reduction rate to kind of keep it in balance, but this is actually decently healthy. I would kind of wish this number was a little bit higher, but that's fine. Raging Thunder, this went from here to, okay, this is a pretty significant increase as well. That's not bad either. I still would also have liked to see this a little bit higher, if I'm being honest. Fearsome Tyrant, this one was actually a pretty decent sized buff, so this one's good. I like this one a lot. They obviously tuned up the PvP damage reduction rate, so it's fine. Ancient Wave, this one was pretty good too. I would have liked to see this a little bit higher as well. An Absolute Headbutt. I don't know if this needed a damage increase. I mean, like I guess, like, to be fair, I guess it did for PVE, because like it's one of the skills that you use. Like, for example, if you're at Olin's, right, and you don't have a lot of accuracy, Headbutt alleviates that for the most part. But I don't know that, I very much like to see the damage numbers on this to kind of see how this is going to be affected. But that would be kind of funny if Headbutt just like actually fucks, so that's cool. Now, Awakening, y'all know I fuck with Awakening. I really like for grinding, it's way more interactive and fun for me specifically. It is high APM, but not super high enough to where I want to shoot myself. So let's kind of see what's going on here. So the life recovery effect of the flow scatter shot has been changed from 15 to 45. I didn't even know it had a heal on it. That's how shit it was. I literally didn't even know that was a thing. Devastation 1683 to 1885. Okay, that's pretty good. Damage reduction rate honestly didn't change that much either, actually. But I doubt it's that significant in PvP. Flame Pummel, this one is a huge one because it's decent mobility and also, like, you know, does pretty decent damage on mobs as well. This is a really good one for our accuracy as well, so that way we don't have to use Headbutt as often in our PvE rotation, for Awakening at least. But this one got a decent buff. I would like to see a core skill for this. I would really like to see a core skill for Flame Pummel, because Zerker for Awakening does not have a very good PvE core skill. I know there might be some discrepancies with Awakening PvP having Flame Pummel, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't think putting an SA or a forward guard on Flame Pummel would be that broken. Because like the biggest problem with Flame Pummel, like for example, when I go to Turos or Olin's, I get stunned using this ability more than anything. Whereas like a thing like Headbutt, it comes out really fast, it can cancel into ground lifting, which does have an SA core. So like if we really want to fix the SA issue in Awakening, you would really need to put a core skill for Flame Pummel. And I gotta be honest, Zerker core skills are pretty trash. We have like Titan Blow, which is our main go-to for PvP. Ground lifting is okay, it's not the greatest, but it does okay in PvE, but PvP it's broken. It doesn't work as intended. There's a few issues with it, and even YoFam Steve will tell you that ground lifting is trash. Not only that too, but we did lose General Disarray as well, so that was also another issue too. So like just Flame Pummel, I appreciate the damage love on this, but I really think that they need to replace one of Zerker's core skills with a SA or forward guard for Flame Pummel. It already does minimal damage in PvE, so it's not exactly the greatest thing, and it would also help him with his movement, since most of his movement is very highly unprotected. I mean, like once you burn Lava Piercer and Giant Sleep, there's no protection whatsoever that's not stationary. So like after those abilities are burned, you pretty much are just a walking like free low kill. Like that's pretty much like you have to be very good at the class for you to not die with unprotected movement. So in general, my suggestion for Flame Pummel would be put in forward guard or SA on one of the core skills and replace one of the current core skills, i.e. you could take out Seismic, you could take out, trying to think, definitely Blasting, Flame Buster too. Any of those three would be prime like real estate for replacement, because Flame Pummel is just that much more of a usable skill than those abilities, because Flame Buster is trash. I gotta be honest, nobody uses that shit. Blasting, nobody uses that shit either. Seismic does have a niche use, but nobody uses it. So please, for the future, for PvE's sake, a core Flame Pummel skill would actually be pretty fire. It would help out with his PvE. It would give him less gaps for PvE, so that way like Turos mobs, for example, won't CC him every 2 seconds because of his unprotected fucking garbage. So this would be very nice. Titan Blow got a little, ooh, okay, that's a pretty decent damage buff. Okay, that's good. Giant Sleep, this is not a damage skill. I mean, like the BSR maybe. What the fuck? This is an interesting one. I don't know what's up with this one, but this is an interesting one. Okay, split shot. So this one, what the fuck? Did we just lose damage on split shot? Hello? I'm pretty sure just split shot just got fucking nerfed. PvP damage reduction rate 40% and then 64%. What the hell? What the fuck is this? our unprotected follow-up damage got nerfed? I'm sorry. Hello? Okay, I'm gonna start mauling here in a minute. Let's move on here. So 1751, 1839, 10. Okay, that's good. Last hit 1839. Okay, and this, okay, that's fine. Slugfest is good. Scatter shot, damage buff got on that. Okay, that's good too. All right, and then Wizard Succession. All right, this is honestly, this is not my class. This is not my fucking class. So we do not care. There's a couple classes I do want to check though. So Striker, for example, I do fuck with Striker, so I'm curious. Is this Succession? Okay, so they buffed the damage on Succession, which honestly was necessary. Nobody's really playing Suck right now because it's one, a lot of buttons, and two, it's just not as good as it used to be. So there's a lot of classes that outshine it. So these seem to be pretty good damage numbers across the board. Honestly, these are not bad. Awakening, the life recovery effect on Endless Explosion has been changed from 30 to 60. Okay, so Endless Explosion is good. That's nice. That's like what, your LT RT, and you can just spam that shit and gain HP. That's not bad. According to the life recovery effect has been changed to not apply during the cooldown. Okay, that's not that crazy. Never mind. We can still put an add-on on it and it would work, but nobody really does that. Then Battle Cry 50 to 65. Okay, that's good too. And then looks like the damage got kind of buffed here pretty heavily, and Ultimate Crush is pretty good too. Infernal Destruction, this is not bad either. That also got a decent buff. Skull Crusher, let's see here. Oh my, Skull Crusher got a pretty nice increase. That's good damage. Spiral Cannon, decent damage increase as well. Nothing, I mean, Spiral Cannon wasn't a damage ability anyway, but this is actually pretty comfortable too. This is not bad. Crosswind, nobody uses that shit anymore. Battle Cry, this damage, okay, this is pretty good damage right here. I like that. That's not bad. Then Endless Explosion, got a nice 300 increase too. That's not bad. Archer, I do think Archer needed PVE buffs. I think he's probably the one that got the biggest changes for the most part, because his PVE was dog. Like, it was really bad. I mean, like, nobody would PVE on him. It was really bad. I think I said PvP earlier, ignore that. But yeah, his PVE was just so fucking awful. It was really just like nobody PVE'd on him. There were certain spots that he did well at, but for the most part, he did like nothing. Like, he didn't do anything. His just pack to pack was terrible. His damage was terrible. His protections were terrible. Everything about his grind was awful. So I imagine these probably beefed him up quite a bit. So looks like a healthy damage increases. So not bad here. 14, 15. Okay. 17, 20. God damn. What the fuck? Righteous Smite. Holy that went up by a giant chunk. All right. Luthergons also went up a healthy amount. Okay. Glazade, is that the like forward RT ability? I think that's the way like he gets out of pre into awakening. I think that's what that is, if I remember correctly. This also decent. 16. Okay, this is decent damage too. This is also decent damage. Oh wow, yeah, it looks like Archer got some pretty hefty buffs. Not bad. Let's peep Shy. What do we got? Okay, Shy. So I mean, this super short list, but looks like a pretty healthy damage increase on Twirl 3, Hop 3, also decent damage increase as well. And then Try This also got a nice chunk. I would really have liked to see these numbers go a lot higher, given that Shy's PVE is literally all she has going for her, aside from being a DP bot and whatever. Like, this, I really feel like her numbers should just be astronomically high so she can PVE like a god. I don't see an issue buffing Shy to the moon. I really don't. Guardian Awakening, I'll just peep these because I do fuck with Guardian 2. 14, 15 from 13. Okay, these are not bad either. Oh my, that's a pretty decent chunk too. Also, oh my god, they gave God Incinerator a giga buff. Holy shit, 24? That's crazy. From Ashes also got a buff, not bad. Cleansing Flame, good. Oh my god. Also, actually that's not that big of an increase. Dragon's Maw, not that big of an increase. Fireborn Rupture, a pretty hefty increase. Okay, that's not bad at all. Honestly, she didn't get any suck changes, really. I mean, her Succession's really good, so I'm not surprised, but I always thought her Awakening was equally as good, if not better in some areas. But God Incinerator, I think this might actually take over Suck Guardian. This damage change is gigantic. Going from 1716 to 2402, that's pretty big. That's a pretty large increase. So God Incinerator is gonna absolutely fuck for sure. I guess I'll peep Nova. I don't really see a lot of Novas, but oh, okay, this is a whole lot of numbers here. All right, we are not reading. Never mind. We're out of here, boys. Actually, real quick, check Megu. Anything crazy? 18. Okay, this. Wait, did she get nerfed? 1883. Oh no, never mind. Okay, I was reading that shit wrong for a second. I was like, what the? I thought the number went lower. I was reading 1833 and then I read 1817. I didn't read this, and I was like, what the fuck happened? Okay, Ember Claw Slash. That's fine. Is this Awakening? Oh yeah, it is Awakening. Okay. Awakening damage is looking a lot better. She might actually be pretty juiced for PVE. I mean, she was already pretty niche and kind of trash in general, so like seeing this probably helps her at least for PVE at the bare minimum, right? I don't know if these are gonna fix her PvP problems, but for right now, these are probably a step in the right direction. These numbers don't look too bad just at first glance. None of them look absurdly insane, so this is actually not bad. Ooh, Ember Claw, this got a giant increase, 2372 to 2730. That's pretty big. This one was also a decent change. Yeah, these are not bad. These are not bad. All right, and now I kind of feel like a dick for ignoring Witch and Wizard. I'm gonna go back real quick. So these numbers look good. Okay, 1863, it's not bad. 16, okay, that's not bad either. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. 13, 22, 13. These don't seem that significant. I gotta be honest. I think Witch and Wizard's buffs are kind of underwhelming. They don't seem like a lot of the other classes. They got pretty giant increases, like on certain abilities. Like some of their skills went up like astronomically. Wizards specifically and Suck don't look like they got a whole lot. But that could just be my ignorance on the class, so give or take, take it out of face value if you want. Fireball Explosion has cooldown 11 seconds to 9 seconds. Okay, that's cool. And then the issue where the additional strike attack range for Prime Freeze did not match has been fixed. Okay, that's fine. Prime Earthquake Destruction has been improved to smoothly link with other skills after using it. Okay, that's nice. But yeah, these number changes though, not super juiced. Like they're okay, but they don't feel pretty good. I don't think Caster is a good grinder right now. I think Caster needs a lot more love than this, if I'm being honest, in terms of PvE buffs. These are pretty abysmal. Wizard Succession, multiple magic arrows. Okay, so little buffs here. These aren't bad. Okay, these are whatever, kind of minimal here too, not super crazy. This shit went up to 1544. What the fuck? Yo, they really pushing Awakening like that. All right. This one too, Aqua Bomb, 1206 to 1809. What the hell? 1594 to 1833. Okay, it's not bad either. Yeah, Awakening got the Giga Juice buff. Succession didn't get. Yo, don't play Suck. Yo, what y'all doing? Stop playing Suck. This shit is. Oh my god, this one went up to Cataclysm, went up to. And then this one was whatever. Okay, Witch Suck. Let's peep this. Okay, Magic Arrows. These are kind of whatever. Okay, that's fine. Wait, what the? Wait. There's nothing for Witch. Hello? What? Where did Witch go? What the fuck? Wizard got all this shit. Witch. Yo, Zen, my boy. Listen, I don't know if you're watching. I hope somebody that talks to you is watching and tells you I mentioned this. Get off the class. It's time, buddy. It's time. All right. Wizard is the way. It's the way. It's time. It's time. Witch is dead. Look at this. They forgot to give her buffs. They forgot to give her the rest of the buffs. It's over. Pack it in, buddy. Just time to go home. This shit is dust. Get this shit out of here. I'll peep these last little bit of changes at this end. Warrior, Chain Heaven's Cleave while using the Merciless skill has been changed to only be possible after the Merciless skill attacks have been applied. This was a thing? I didn't even know this was a thing. Even while using the Black Spirit Merciless skill, Chain Heaven's Cleave skill can be linked after the strikes have been applied. I mean, if I wanted to apply double floats, sure, I guess. Okay, this is whatever. Ranger. I don't know what any of this is. You know what? I have stopped caring. All right, boys. That was the class patch notes. If you want to go in depth more and just peep certain specifics or whatever, like I said, links are down below. You can go ahead and peep that shit. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.